How do you wow visitors to your layout space? I'll tell you right now. Bob Johnson with PK&W Model Works coming at you with another video. This time, how do you wow visitors to your layout space? Well, obviously, you've got to have good modeling. You've got to have moving trains. There's a lot of things that are important to wowing visitors. But what do you do even before they come into the space in order to get them excited and to give them an emotional experience? Well, we need to take a cue from the greatest architect in the history of the United States, Frank Lloyd Wright. Maybe the greatest architect in the world, I'm not sure. But Frank Lloyd Wright used a concept called compression and release in almost every one of his structures, including the house that he designed for himself and his family when he was 22 years old. So what is compression and release? Compression and release is that feeling you get when you go from a cramped environment into an open environment. And so what Frank Lloyd Wright would do would be entryways into a big room would be narrow, short, dark hallways. Very few windows or lights in those hallways. So that when you went through that narrow space and you stepped into the big space, you just felt that release, okay? Compression and release. So how do we do this for our layout space? Well, fortunately for us, a lot of layouts are in basements. And so by necessity, you're walking downstairs in a narrow hallway and then you're stepping out into the layout room. So what do you do here? Paint the hallway a darker color. And maybe right at the doorway, you lower the height of that doorway a little bit. You know, you've got a sign for your railroad, you've got the ubiquitous sign that says this way to the trains or whatever. Lower that down. Don't have it even lower than the doorway. If the door opens out away from, probably does, you come downstairs, it's gonna open into the space. So lower that sign down, have it right over the door frame or even lower. Make it 6 foot 6 inches above the ground so that people feel like they've got a duck. Now they're surrounded by this dark hallway, boom, they get the release. You might even be able to do this in a spare bedroom layout or something like that. Paint the hallway darker. Make sure the layout space is very well lit so that you're going from a dark into a light environment. And this will really open people's eyes. They're immediately going to think, whoa, this is a big space. And look at this train layout. You know, they're going to be impressed by that. So just one little way to kind of manipulate people's senses a little bit and their emotions in order to give them a positive experience when they come to look at your layout. Until next time, keep on modeling. That's all I've got for you today. Bob Johnson with PK&W Model Works signing off.